I can think of, speaking of cases,
Mhm.
one classic case that I had that could have went very tragically because
Mhm.
sometimes when dogs do display aggressive behavior, more, significant and serious outcomes can happen, whether it's
Mhm.
rehoming or euthanasia, because of the behavior. And if that
Mhm.
underlying pain is missed, how tragic for the dog, right? Where it's
Mhm.
something like that can happen. So there was one case that it was missed by quite a few professionals. So the dog had been to the veterinarian, the dog had worked with a couple different trainers, and in the name of trying to help the dog's aggressive behavior.
Mhm.
But further digging revealed that this dog had a lot of different health issues, not just, spine issues and joint issues, but a number of other health issues that were impacting the behavior. And
Mhm.
those were all missed, by professionals. So trainer going in and doing really not so nice things to the dog because the dog's being stubborn or dominant. And they're using
Yeah.
these terms. Think about how tragic. Poor dog is just saying, "Hey, I'm hurting here, so please don't keep yanking on my collar with the leash on." And then the first trainer goes in there and is continuing to do that. And,
Mhm.
and tragically, that was the first bite that the dog inflicted to was that trainer. So really awful outcomes can happen
Mhm.
when we miss those things. And so it needs to be talked about a lot more, not
Mhm.
only in, the pet owning kind of community, but also the professional community as well.
Yeah, and that kind of stubbornness you talk about, that's a really common thing that I see when I'm taking history for a dog that isn't necessarily escalating things up to that
Mhm.
point of sort of aggressive behavior, but the owners brought in and said, oh, they're slowing down, they're not wanting to go on their walks as much, I put their lead on, they're slamming the brakes on, they're stubborn, they don't want to go out.
Right.
Like, actually, is it that they're stubborn, or is it just that they're desperately trying to communicate to you in the only way that they can, that I'm really sore today and I don't
Mhm.
want to do that? And it's those subtle things down at the bottom of that ladder that if we're missing them, we miss that opportunity to help these dogs before they get, as you say, further down that line.